Hi everyone, welcome to my new video on Elizabethan Theatre. Elizabethan drama was the dominant art form that flourished during the time of Elizabeth I, who was the Queen of England from 1558 to 1603. Before that, drama consisted of morality plays and interludes which were performed at the banquets of the Queen's father Henry VIII. Throughout the Middle Ages, plays were performed by the workers in towns and they were religious based, often retelling the stories from the Bible. However, this ended after Henry VIII's break from Rome and the formation of the Church in England in 1533. At the beginning of Elizabethan times, there were strollers, minstrels, jugglers, and musicians. Queen Elizabeth I encouraged the formation of the theatre and acting. Types of Elizabethan theatres and playhouses. There are three different types of venues. The first one is the innyards, secondly the open-air amphitheatres, and lastly the playhouses. First, let's have a look at the innyards. The strolling players performed in different places to earn money, and the innholders offered shelter to the strolling players. The innyards are the first form of commercial Elizabethan theatre, and the period from 1576 to 1594 is considered as the peak level of Elizabethan innyards theatres. I had included a picture here. This is an example for the Elizabethan innyard theatre. The performances were held in the private inns and the capacity of the innyard was 500 people. The temporary stages were erected by the actors and they used the natural lighting methods by using the candles and all. Next one is the amphitheatre. In 1576, James Burbage, an actor and theatre builder, built the first successful English amphitheatre in London. The theatre was called as the theatre. This was used during the summer months, and the construction of this theatre was similar to the Roman amphitheatres. Social status and wealth determined the seating in Elizabethan theatre. Like the innyards, the rich would watch from the windows and galleries, and the ordinary people from the innyard. Major types of Elizabethan amphitheatres are the theatre, the Globe Theatre, the Rose Theatre, the Swan Theatre, the Hope Theatre, and lastly the Fortune Theatre. This is the rough picture of the Globe Theatre. The gallery, the floor, walls, yard, stage, and all those things are marked clearly in this picture. The Globe Theatre was opened in 1599. It's a circular shaped theatre with 3 levels of seating in its galleries. Next one is the Rose Theatre, which was built in 1587, and it was the first of several theatres to be situated in the bankside southward near the south shore of the river Thames. This is the outline of the Swan Theatre, which was built about 1594 south of the Thames, and it is close to the Rose Theatre. This is Hope Theatre, located on the bankside in Southwark on the site of the beer garden. Finally, we reached at the Fortune Theatres, which was the last category of Elizabethan amphitheatres. The next heading is the Elizabethan Playhouses. An Elizabethan playhouse was a small, private indoor hall. It was designed to stage plays in an indoor environment. Open theatres only produced plays during the summer months, and indoor theatres comforts the audience during winter. Thus, the indoor theatres called playhouses were formed. Playhouses were open to all, but it's more expensive. Elizabethan playhouses were suitable for winter and evening productions. Everyone was given a seat in the Elizabethan playhouses. The higher the price of admission, the more comfortable the seat was. The indoor playhouses were lighted by candles, so performances could be staged in the evening. Food and drinks was served during the intervals. Music and songs were strongly featured at the Elizabethan playhouses. Beautiful scenery were introduced. As this was not open to the open-air elements, this could be reused over and over again. Actors and acting companies. Traveling companies performed wherever they find audience. There are two kind of companies at that times. There were the adult companies and the boys' choirs. As we all know, women were not allowed to perform on the stage, and the role of women was staged by the young boys. During that time, the actors had the reputation of being rogues and vagabonds. The four major acting companies at that time were the Lord Strange's Men, Chamberlain's Men, Admiral's Men, and King's Men. The performances by the Lord Strange's Men were like this as depicted in the picture. This is an example for the performance by the Chamberlain's Men. Next is the actor-audience relationship. The audience were involved in the play and they used to shout suggestions and encourage the actors through their actions. Through the dialogues, the time and place of the action is revealed to the audience. Stage design and set. In Elizabethan times, there was one permanent set. The back wall could serve as castle, house, palace, town, etc. An inner stage was located at the back of the stage which could be closed from the view with a curtain or used to represent inner rooms, caves and hiding places. Above this inner stage there was a balcony or upper stage. There was a musician's gallery and above the stage there was a turret from which a temperer announced the beginning of the play. There were no modern lighting and scenery, so words are more important than scenery. Costumes were very important to actors and crucial to a performance because there was little scenery. Costumes were decorated with pearls, jewels, lace, embroidery and artificial flowers. The audience could distinguish the most significant roles by seeing the actor's dress. There were strict laws about the dressing during the Elizabethan age. The actors also used wig, mask and different colored suits. Sometimes they also used symbolic kind of dresses that represent a character's morality. For example, white for purity and the black color for evil. These were the type of dresses used by the actors. Lighting and properties used in the Elizabethan dramas. The plays were always acted in daylight. At this time there was no artificial lighting. Props were very simple and chairs could be used to indicate the scene as being indoors. If a lantern was carried, it was night, or if a character wore riding boots, they would be traveling. Swords and banners are the common props. Famous playwrights during that time. The playwrights took inspiration from the Roman theatre.